create a WBS. So we're going to create our work breakdown structure. This is a way of organizing your project specific to the scope of work that is going to be done whenever a client puts together a package. This can be either in a bids or proposal or the actual scope of work going forward. So you're going to organize your projects according to that. And underneath each scope, you're going to actually now start creating activities and spreading out how the project should entail. As you see here in the background, it's a review of the scope, identifies three deliverables: your technical specification, your delivery plan, and a bid document. With your Osbio project open, we're going to click on the WBS button to open up the WBS window. Now, here's your WBS button. So, we're going to go ahead and click on that. And here's your WBS window. As you can see, the option is up here. So we have our projects window open, activities, as well as our WBS. You're going to click in the WBS field header until the sort indicator is displayed as a three horizontal bar, as displayed in the picture below. The WBS will now be displayed in a hierarchy order. So you always want to make sure that these three horizontal bars shows. If I click, you can see it's pointing down, and we'll take a look at that as soon as we create our our WBS. So you want to make sure that it's always three. Now you're going to select the project WBS node and press the insert key or right click and select add to add the WBS node. Then you want to continue to add three WBS nodes for the three phases. So you can also use the add icon. You can right click, select add, or you can use your insert key pad on your on your on your keyboard to actually add it. So I'm going to right click and select add, and we're going to name this technical specification. I want you guys to notice something. Now, under this WBS, all I have there is one, but when you click out of it, it's going to organize it accordingly and show that it's a subdivision to the first. So we're going to go ahead and add another. I'm using my insert keypad now. Now you see whenever I selected insert, I had this one highlighted, so it put it directly underneath the technical specification. I'm going to go ahead and change the name to delivery plan. Now it isn't supposed to be under technical specification, so I'll need to shift it out. Uh, oh, a couple ways to do that. You can use your move left icon, and these are different icons to play with as well. Or you can use control and the left keypad on your keyboard to move it out, and it will automatically organize the structure again. This time I'm going to go ahead and click up top and hit insert, and you see that it made it the third one, but it brought it right underneath it. We're going to go ahead and call it bid document. And what I want to do is move it down, so I can use the down arrow, or I can use control and the down button on my keyboard. Move it down. Now, like I said, if the WBS nodes are not indented, click the WBS code headed as described in paragraph 2 until they're indented. So here I'm going to click and just change it. You can see it's all just going in one order. When I click the other way, it arranges it the other way around. And when we bring it back, it actually organizes it as it should. Now you're going to move to the activities window by clicking on the activities icon. I'm going to go ahead and click in that. Uh, your screen should look just as it is in the book right there. But as you can see, mine is a little different. I have the bid document up top. I have the technical specification here, and then delivery plan underneath, which was the first way I created it until I moved things around. Now it recognized it with that same way that I created it the first time around. So what you're gonna have to do now is press your F5 key to refresh the data. Now, this is one important key for you whenever you update your schedules, whenever you update your projects, especially if you're sharing in a shared network with other schedulers, other planners, or the managers. You always want to use your F5 keypad if anyone has access to your project. So whatever changes they make, you can actually recognize it immediately. So we're going to press F5 and it's going to rearrange it as it should. Now it says if your view looks different, you want to select View, Layout, Open Layout, and select the classic WBS layout. Now I do have the classic WBS layout, but there are different ways to actually have access to your layouts. The first being going to View and then Layout, and then you can open your layout. You always want to select No. Now, like it says here, depending on the layout that your software has loaded, your data may be displayed in different columns, colors, and bar formatting. Layouts are covered in the Group Sorts and Layouts chapter. Should your layout not enable you to review your data entry, try selecting a different layout using the same command and selecting another layout from the list, such as the classic or default WBS layout. So we're going to go ahead and select No. Whenever it asks this question, you usually want to select No unless you've made changes to your layout that you're sure of and you want to move forward with. Now, we're going to touch on the layouts in the layout chapter and you'll get a better grasp of what is going on. So I'm going to go ahead and select No. And I already have it selected. But again, if you hit apply, the window stays here and you get to see the option change. So I'm going to use something else. See, it stays here and then we see the changes behind. I'm going to go ahead and go to classic WBS layout and click open and it'll make the change for you and close out. Now it says if it is still not displayed correctly, you want to go to view, group and sort by. Oh, sorry guys. Another way to actually access your layout is to click on this drop down menu. Whenever you see this arrow, there's a drop down menu there. So you click on it and you can see layout and other options to use as well. Again, if you right click in the table, you also have other options that you have quick access to. So those are quick shortcuts that you can use. Um, so now we're going to go to view, group and sort by. Just want to click on it and it'll open it up. Another way of doing so is to right click, go to group and sort, and it says to select default, but I already have it looking as it should, so I won't go through that entire process right now. Um, and if so, you can make changes right here. We're going to touch on this in another chapter as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And as you can see here, under this, we do have original duration and remaining duration. Some of you might want it to look exactly the same. A good way of doing so is to right click, go into your columns. Now, under your columns, you can arrange whatever you want to see in your layout. So, again, to move things around, you can use either arrows. You can use the double arrow to remove all from the list. You can use this to move everything onto this list. You can use this to move something specific, use this to move things up and down. Or you can just click and drag, okay? Or double click to move things to the other side. Now, I want original duration and remaining duration, and we have all this list of things, and I don't know where specifically it is under. So again, there's this drop down menu. I'm going to click here, go to group and sort by, select list, and it will just list everything out for you. Now I'm going to go ahead and find original duration and double click on it. And then I'm going to look for remaining. I'm just going to drag it over here. And again, you can drag things up and down, move them specifically as you want them to look like. And we're going to hit apply. And there it is. Click OK. And that should cover up the chapter in creating